I'm Udwak Daniel. First, let's talk the headlines. And on the headlines, still on the headlines, Guinea Prime Minister meets political murder. And on sports, Pinnick charges Falcons to win while confidence in them. He made the call on Monday at the swearing-in of Justice Olukayode Ariwola as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, that is the CJN, following the resignation of Justice Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad on health grounds. The president said has accepted the resignation of the former CJN, Tanko, with mixed feelings, adding that he was hopeful that Justice Tanko would complete his tenure. President Buhari, who lauded the good work done by Justice Tanko, emphasized that the three arms of government work in harmony, in line with their mandates. The president therefore conferred on the former Chief Justice the national honor of GCON, that is the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. While pledging more support, the Nigerian leader assured the judiciary that they will commend the innovative turn of mind of youths in Nigeria and their resilience. 2018 to over 17,000 entries this year. It showed the marked difference from the beginning when only one car was given as a prize. On his part, Nigeria's Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mariam Katagum, noted that Nigeria is a member of the World Trade Organization's informal working group on MSMEs, launched at the 11th WTO Ministerial Conference in December 2017 in Argentina. Katagum highlighted the key efforts made by the Nigerian government, including the establishment of the National MSMEs Clinic, the shared facilities for MSMEs, the one-stop shop, and MSME Survival Fund. Meanwhile, the Vice President has also challenged the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency of those involved in drug abuse and trafficking to a more holistic approach. Osibajo spoke on Monday at an event organized by the NDLEA in collaboration with the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes, that is the UNODC, the European Union, that is the EU, and to mark the 2022 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Drug Trafficking.
Every time you arrest one or two people or several people, it goes beyond drug trafficking and drug abuse out completely.
Still talking Africa today, the Population Commission, that is the NPC in Nigeria, has commenced trial census in 6 local government areas in the country. In preparation, Kwara said that the commission has intensified preparatory activities, deploying technological innovation, also transparent, and educated the general public on the next census. Kwara, however, also pointed out that the commission will take the next crucial steps towards the 2023 census, as the commission will continue to count on the collaboration and always a delight to have you back. Still in the news, Ghanaian Prime Minister Mohamed Bevogui has met with political parties to ease tensions after the National Front for the Defense of the Constitution, that is the FNDC, suspended its call for a demonstration that was due to be the first major protest rally under the now ruling junta. The FNDC has called for the people to take to the streets on Thursday in a defiance of a recent protest ban announced by the military leaders who overthrew former President Alpha Condé in September. Guinea has been ruled by a military junta since Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya overthrew President Alpha Condé in September 2021. The authorities have set the duration of the transition at 3 years. The meeting between the country's political forces comes less than a week before a summit of the Economic Community of West African States, that is ECOWAS, which is expected to decide on an extension of economic sanctions. He posed as a precondition for mediator of ECOWAS. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister in his opening remarks said it is essential that each of us here understand once and for all that only a Borgi, concluding, asked participants send their contributions by July 1. He did not set any new meeting dates. And now let's take a walk away from that and bring to you the fact that at least 30 people, including women and children, were killed during clashes over land between neighboring communities in Cameroon's southwest region, local authorities said in the late hours of Monday. A spokesman for the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon said the fight between the Oliti and Masega Ecole groups in Akwaya was very violent. The violence started when attackers stormed the funeral ceremony in the village of Bakingjo on Saturday and continued on Sunday, according to the communication officer of Akwaya District, Okumo Angwa. An MP, aka Martin Kyoga, told the BBC that the attackers promised to return in 2 days. He said that investigations into the killings would take time as the area was remote. Cameroon's two English-speaking regions, the southwest and the northwest, are caught up in a separatist conflict that has already claimed more than 6,000 lives, according to the International Crisis Group, that is the ICG. We now move to other parts of Africa after this break. Do stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. A Malawi court on Monday sentenced a Catholic priest to 30 years and several other people to life in prison over the gruesome 2018 murder of a man with albinism. Judge Dorothy Nyakonda Kamanga said Thomas Muhosha had planned to traffic 22-year-old MacDonald Masambuka's tissue. She said the priest, who led a parish in Machinga, 100 kilometers northeast of Blantyre, had breached the trust many had placed in him. 5 other suspects were handed life sentences. The killing occurred at the height of a spree that saw over 40 people with albinism murdered and scores of others assaulted. One of the 5 convicted was the victim's brother. A total of 12 people were handed various sentences over the killing. From 2014, Malawi suffered a wave of assaults against albinos, whose body parts were used in witchcraft rituals in the superstitious belief that they brought wealth and luck. Head of Sudan's ruling Sovereign Council, General Abdel Fattah Burhan, on Monday visited Al-Fashaka in the east of Sudan after Ethiopia killed 7 Sudanese soldiers and a civilian in the border area. The incident was the latest sign of deteriorating ties between the East African nations, a cowardly act, and said Khartoum would retaliate, adding that the killings violated all laws and customs of war and international humanitarian law. Sudan's foreign ministry also stated on Monday that the aid had been taken into Ethiopia after the soldiers were held captive in an area inside Sudan on June 22. Ethiopia's foreign ministry also confirmed the killings in what it described as a tragic incident, noting that a Sudanese military unit crossed into Ethiopia with the support of rebels from the Tigray region and suggested that's when they were killed. Ties between the two neighbors have deteriorated in recent years amid a long-running border dispute over large swathes of agricultural land in the Al-Fashaka area. And now bringing you more stories, let's have you know that father of a Moroccan man facing possible execution by Russian-backed separatists in Ukraine appealed to on Monday to Russian President Vladimir Putin to intervene as a father to spare him. Also called on Morocco's government to pursue negotiations on behalf of his son, Brahim, who was sentenced on June 9 to the death penalty alongside 2 Britons, Aiden Aslin and Sean Pena. The Republic's Foreign Minister Natalia Nikonorova told the newsman on Monday that none of the 3 death-sentenced men have filed yet for pardons. A court in the self-proclaimed the next People's Republic convicted all 3 of terrorism and trying to overturn constitutional order. They were given a month to appeal and could be executed as soon as early July if they don't. Sadon's father insisted that Brahim was not a mercenary, as the court claims, but was enlisted in Ukraine's regular army. And now let's go on a short break. When we come back, it will be business on Africa Today. Don't go away. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Let's talk business on Africa Today. It was gathered that the amount spent in subsidy on premium motor spirits, that is the PMS popularly called petrol, and on refinery rehabilitation between January and May this year amounts to 1.301 trillion naira, figures released on Monday by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, that is the NNPC, showing. NNPC disclosed this in its latest presentation to the Federal Account Allocation Committee, that is the FAC, meeting for the month of June 2022. Bulk of the oil firm's spending was on petrol subsidy, as it consumed 1.274 trillion naira during the 5-month period, while for refinery rehabilitation, NNPC spent 9.11 billion naira in each of the months of January, March and April, amounting to 27.33 billion naira. An analysis of NNPC's monthly fuel subsidy spendings indicated a continuous rise in the amount incurred as subsidy by the federal government through NNPC. NNPC is the sole importer of petrol into Nigeria for several years running. Nigeria's 4 refineries are not working, though the Port Harcourt refinery is currently under rehabilitation. Away from refinery matters in Nigeria, talking business, let's get on to Ghana and have you know that Ghana has been ranked second in sub-Saharan Africa by the World Bank in an open budget survey. The country's score of 53% follows South Africa, which is ranked first in the region with a score of 85%. World Bank in its World Development Report said gap with South Africa. World Bank further urged sub-Saharan African countries debt outstanding at the end of the year and projected interest in International Budget Partnership 2020 than several other sub-Saharan African countries. Based on these countries' comparative scores on the OBS's very detailed questionnaire, there was scope for Botswana and Rwanda to further budget document. Meanwhile, Namibia placed third with a score of about 50%. Still to come in Africa Today is sports. Don't go away.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sport News on Africa Today. I'm Richard Badum. President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, has urged the Super Falcons to win their 10th African title when they participate in the 10th with equal passion and desire. Super Falcons are 3-time defending champions, having hosted the Stade Prince Moulay El Hassan in Rabat on July 4. Falcons will also play Botswana 3 days later before taking on Burundi on July 10 in the group phase. The top 2 sides will automatically qualify for the quarterfinals, while the 2 best third-place teams will also join the last 8 stage. All 4 semi-finalists in Morocco will qualify to represent Africa at the Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand next year. Still talking sports, Super Eagles striker Odion Ighalo has rounded off his season with Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal as the highest goal scorer of the 2021-2022 season of the Saudi Pro League. Ighalo scored a brace in Al Hilal's win against already relegated Al Fasali on Monday night, with the fixture ending 2-1 at the King Fahd Stadium, Riyadh. The former Manchester United striker found the back of the net in the 7th and 64th minutes with 2 goals that sent the home crowd into a frenzy. The win sealed the 18th league title win for the home side, who were closely being chased by first rivals Al Ittihad. Ighalo joined Al Hilal in January 2022 after abruptly ending his stay at Al Shabab, another Saudi Pro League side. The Ajegule-born striker appeared in 31 matches in Saudi Arabia League and found the back of the net 24 times. His tally becomes after a spell with Al-Shabaab, where he scored 12 goals and made 1 assist in 18 games. To round off sport news, today's Tunisian international Wahabi Kazri has joined French Ligue 1 side Montpellier on a free transfer. Ford scored 37 goals in 114 appearances for the club after joining from Sunderland in 2018. However, he could not help Saint-Etienne extend their 18-year stay in the top flight as they were beaten in a playoff by Auxerre on penalties. Kazri has won 68 caps for Tunisia and captained the side at the Africa Cup of Nations earlier this year, but he missed the 2022 World Cup playoff win over Mali in Marseille in France with Bastia, Bordeaux and Rennes. And that's sport news for you on Africa Today. Back to
Great inputs from you there, Richard Badung on sport. Still talking Africa Today, federal government through the Nigerian Data Protection Bureau is investigating a breach of data privacy of David Nwamina, a young Nigerian at the center of an allegation of organ harvest against the former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu. The National Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer, that is the CEO, NDPB, Vincent Olatunji, ordered an investigation into the breach, according to a statement issued to us by the Bureau on Monday. The development came with the pictures of Nwamina's passports appearing online. David was alleged to have been trafficked to the United Kingdom for organ harvest by the NDPB also said it was investigating the breach of the data privacy of Sonia Ekweremadu, the data controllers and persons to stop sharing such private data, using anyone's data in violation of NDPR. The couple was arraigned at the Uxbridge on charge. Osibajo commends resilience of Nigerian youths. We also brought to the fore the fact that Guinea Prime Minister meets political parties to ease tensions. Earlier on the headlines, Malawi court sentences 12 for murder. And on sport, Pinnick charges Falcons to win WAFCON. Remember